Hey there, Luminary here, and it is the 27th of February 2012, and this is what I have for you today. There seems to be a lot of talk about the Reply Girls. People are just going absolutely apeshit over the Reply Girls, what they do, and ultimately talking about boobies and stuff. So, this means what? Well, we all come to YouTube for a reason, either to be entertained or to entertain yourselves. And more often than not, if you create content, you're doing both. That's just all there is to it. Now, there are a few things I'd like to say about the Reply Girls. I'm not going to say I appreciate what they do, but we are all here to make money. Just like the Happy Cabbie said. In fact, I'm going to link his video in the description, because it's fairly accurate. It's a nice history of how monetization came about and how the Reply Girls make their money. And it ultimately comes up to writing the shirt tails of larger YouTubers by copying tags and descriptions and just basically talking about a whole lot of nothing. One in particular I'm going to talk about is the Reply Girl. I don't think she speaks English very well, but she's trying to do the best she can to portray the thoughts that are going on in her head. Mind you, the camera placement's kind of awkward, and I'm sure it's done on purpose. She has no upper head, and her boobs are fairly large. Okay, well, that's fantastic. I'm a big fan of boobs. I'm pro boobs. Boobs are amazing. But the content of what she talks about seems to be a little lackluster. Like, I wouldn't have a large problem with them doing what they do if it was a critical analysis of what people put out. If she, instead of saying, hey, I watched this video, it has this, it has that, it is amazing, you should go watch it, links in the description, peace, that's kind of dry. And it's just long enough for an ad to pop up and to get paid for it. The reason why these videos are so annoying is because the content of them suck. And I've seen plenty of them. And I'm not a victim of one. Or at least, victim is such a strong word. Like right now, I believe the Happy Cabbie, in fact, it's been all over YouTube for just about, I don't know, it's been around. At least the last couple weeks, maybe a month or so. But the Yogscast, I believe, they've not necessarily have a hit list, but they have a hate list of people that they don't appreciate, writing their shirt tails. And honestly, I think that it would be a flattering idea if the content were engaging. Like, instead of saying, hey, I saw Shadows of Israfel, and Simon did some funny stuff, and that's all, it could be more along the lines of, I like the effort that they put into it, even though it is all improvisational, but it has some sort of script. I believe that blah, 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 and just on and on, and some things that I think that they could have done better would have been this, but you should see for yourself. Here's the link. And the one thing I will commend Reply Girl for is putting the link to the original video in the description and not copying a description at all. So on that note, I would have to thank her. However, if she could just work on her content a little bit, and I think that may be due to just maybe her language barrier. I'm not sure. I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't suggest hating on these folks because they're here just like any other creator. They want to make some money. Unfortunately, it's riding the skirt tails of others. And you wouldn't believe this. It took me almost 4 months to add Pride to my Skype because I'm a fan. And there's something about asking somebody who is doing this for a living, for contact information. It kind of made me uneasy because I didn't want to seem like another fan. We work at the same radio station. So if I needed to talk to him, it needed to be radio related. And he's been quite helpful since I've contacted him. Like, for example, the effects that I'm using in this particular video, which, by the way, I'm really working on a good show transition, and it should be fairly nice. I know it's been really quiet for me. I've been testing out streaming with Twitch, so we'll see what happens. We really will. Anywho, moving back to the subject, it's like, for example, if I had Jesse Cox's Skype information. Okay, well, now I've got his Skype information. What purpose would it serve me to contact him at this moment? There's nothing really for myself and Jesse Cox to talk about, or Total Biscuit, or anything else. There's nothing I could really provide for them that they can't get on their own, or that is already being provided for free, such as fan art, voiceovers, voice acting, just random stuff, people to play with. Good Lord, I can only imagine how many people want to play with these folks. All right, well, we'll take that into account. I have no business. Unless I get set up with a job with Jesse Cox. Like, I don't know. I'm doing a charity, or I join a charity that he just happens to be in, and at that point, coordination and a professional attitude has to be met. I just can't hop on the stream and go, "Oh my God, it's you, Jesse Cox. I really like your content. Can you tell me more about what you do?" No, it really has to be set where it's got to be at a professional level. If you start doing this as a profession, the people you talk to and the people you meet are pretty much your coworkers and your peers, regardless of sub size. Unfortunately, with YouTube, not only am I a creator, I'm also a fan, so you really have to differentiate the fanboy from the video professional. And by no means, I'm not professional, but I'm getting there. I mean, I've been doing this since the end of August, so September, October, November, December, January. I've been doing this for 6 months now. I've produced over 100 videos. I've had specials. I've had great fans, which, by the way, thank you very much for being patient with me. And I'm still rocking about 60 views a day on some residual content. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but for the folks that actually watch my content and listen to what I have to say, thank you very much. And I will treat you respectfully. I will never ask you to do things that it's common sense. And I've gone over this before. You don't have to like me. You don't have to watch my content. You don't have to favorite my stuff. You don't have to subscribe. I'm doing this for shits and giggles. I can give two shits less. So that's probably going to be the beautiful part about listening to me, is the fact that it won't be subscribe to this channel, like my video, and just admit. It seems like common sense. It's just like the conundrum of people actually reading the description, which, by the way, again, there should be some links in the description for you to check out. In fact, I'll probably annotate this so you can go directly to the Happy Cabbie's video where he talks about the Reply Girls and the history of YouTube monetization and partnership. At any rate, I wish all of you content creators a good night, and all of the people who have subscribed, a very warm thank you. Sleep well, guys. I'm Luminary, and I'm still working on content.